What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? From the heart of Jersey, The Joint is brought to you by DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Let me ask you something. You guys want to win big? Because it's starting fucking tomorrow night. It starts tomorrow night with Tampa Bay against Philadelphia. Then this weekend, you got the Denver Broncos against the Raiders. And Monday night, you got Buffalo against fucking Tennessee. Not only that, you got baseball playoffs. You got NBA preseason, you got college football. Listen, if you're looking to make some fucking money, this is the time of the year to do it. DraftKings has you covered. New customers can bet $1 on any NFL game. And whether it wins or loses, you get $100 in free bets if either team just scores a fucking point. The last 0-0 tie in the NFL was 1943, so I'd say this is a no-brainer. If Sportsbook isn't in your state yet, DraftKings won't leave you with your dick in your hand. Everyone can play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contest. DraftKings is giving away all new customers a free shot at millions of fucking dollars in total prizes. You want to win big? That's what I asked you. Let me tell you something. The other night I put a $25 parlay on fucking Chicago White Sox and the over. I won $92, okay? If you bet a 5-time parlay, it's 35 to lose 70. To win 70, I'm sorry. How the fuck does DraftKings pay you 92 on 25? They pay bigger amounts. You bet a parlay, a same-game parlay, you're scoring like a motherfucker. So do me a favor. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Your party starts tonight. I know you got some baseball playoffs tonight. Tomorrow night, you got Tampa Bay fucking my man at fucking Philadelphia, or the other way around. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use promo code Joey. Throw down $1 on any NFL game, guys, and you win $100 in free bets if either team scores a point. You don't have to win. You don't have to do dick. That's promo code Joey this weekend at DraftKings Sportsbook, or better yet, this week, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Here's the stuff the lawyer makes me say. You ready, cocksuckers? You got to be 21 or older. Come on, give me a fucking breather. New Jersey, Indiana, PA, Colorado. If they can gamble, we got you down. New customers only. You got to have a $5 deposit with a minimum of $1 wager required. One per customer. You can't fucking lose. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, listen, I got your back. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. But if you don't, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and let's get this party fucking started. If you don't want to gamble, football isn't your thing, how about fantasy? Download the DraftKings Fantasy Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey and let's win a fucking $1 million. The Joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. When it comes to CBD Lion is the best. How do I know? Because look at when this thing started, we had stacks of CBD products. Now we're down to the pills, a bath ball, a kinesiology tape, the vapor pen, and the fucking joint. What happened to the fucking smoke? I smoked it. What happened to the other creams? I did them. Because CBD Lion is the best. They don't fuck around. Go to CBDLion.com and read up on CBD. Learn about the advantages of CBN, CBY, and how they can help you. CBN is a complete different story. If you got time, I'd tell you how CBN has helped me, but we ain't got the time. You got to trust me on this one. Go to CBDLion.com right now. Press in code Joey or Church and get 20% off. And CBD gets delivered right to your crib. That's Joey or Church to get 20% off on CBD Lion. Order it right now. The Joint is also brought to you by a fucking tremendous pair of sweats, Public Rec. Sweatpants used to only be worn by high school gym teachers and unemployed mooks at the bus stop. But Public Rec sweatpants are into the 21st century. I fucking love these things. Listen, they only sent me 2 pairs. I wish they would have sent me 50. They got little zippers in the side and the back. You won't lose your shit. You know how you put, like the sweats I have in today. When I go to the gym, I put my phone in the side to track the steps. It falls out. Now with Not with Public Rec sweatpants. They're comfortable and stylish. You gotta get Public Rec sweatpants. They're where athletic wear meets leisure. It's a sweatpants that's tailored to fit you like a nice pair of fucking pants. You are gonna be in shock. You can wear these anywhere. Work, happy hour, the gym, the barbecue. It's made in all sizes. Get the best-selling all-day pant. Available in 40 different sizes, so it will fit all kinds of guys, even if you're built like a Michelob bottle. Don't worry about nothing. Public Rec has you. And here's my favorite part. The pockets have zippers. Nothing is falling out. Plus, they make shorts, t-shirts, jackets, and even golf wear. You gotta look sharp, dog. It's 2021. Fucking was slinging dick, and you're still wearing those beat-up sweatpants like some fucking mook. Public Rec, rarely discounts, but right now, they have an exclusive offer just for the joint family. You ready? Go to publicrec.com, press in Joey, and get 10% off. That's Public Rec, Public, Rec, REC.com. Use promo code Joey to get 10% off. Sling dick in style and comfort with Public Rec. Let's get this party started. It's Wednesday. You got shit to do. I got shit to do.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Wednesday, the 13th of fucking October. Do me a favor. Somebody call me, please. Anybody know where the fucking time is going? Where the fuck is it going? Friday's going to be the 15th of the fucking month already. Where the fuck is the month gone? Where's this year gone? All I remember it being fucking 4th of July and me lighting firecrackers and a fucking one of those Roman candles, and it's October fucking 13th. It's great. I'm feeling good. Hope everybody's doing well at home. Fucking went to this place last night in fucking Edison called Harold's. Holy shit. I wish I was exaggerating to you motherfuckers. The sandwich is possibly 9 inches fucking tall. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah, it's this fucking big. You go with 6 people, even the waiter will say, just order a sandwich for 2. You're like, but there's 6 of us. He's like, trust me, just order a sandwich for 2. Holy shit. I went off my Weight Watcher points. I mean, I blew the fucking system last night. If you got a chance to go to Harold's in fucking Edison, the onion rings, the fucking, listen, it's the best Jewish deli I've been to since fucking Cats. And you guys know I love motherfucking pastrami. I kept it light to a couple ounces, you know, but I had to eat a fucking onion ring and I had to get the fucking mushroom barley. You know, I'm down with the Jews from day one, Jack. They had kegel, they had all that Jew food. I was like, what the fuck? And it just wasn't, it was delicious. The fucking dessert. If you get a chance to go there, I gotta tell you something, motherfuckers, that I'm really proud of. Jersey got some good ass food. I mean, good ass food. You know, South Jersey, holy shit. I mean, I am very, very, very fucking impressed, guys. And it's, you know me, I look to talk shit about somebody's restaurant, but dog, they don't even give me a fucking opportunity to down here. Everything is good. Even the fucking Wawa. When Ari came down here, he was so excited that there was a Wawa. I had a $35 gift certificate in my car. I had to give it to him. He was like, oh my God. It was like giving him a fucking, a fucking receipt to like, what do you call those coupons you give people, like gifts to a restaurant? Like, it was like giving him like a fucking thing to Rayo's or something. He was so fucking excited over $35 a gift card. You get gas. He loves the sandwiches in there. Like, people, the fucking pretzels. Oh my God. Mikey brings me the pretzels. Some nights I get super fucking stoned. I put them in the microwave oven. I put a little hot mustard on those motherfuckers. Oh, what? Or, you know me, I'm a hillbilly. I'll dip those motherfuckers in olive oil. So when I wake up in the morning, I shit nice. Da, da, da. You know what I'm saying? That 10 points for the whole pretzel, you eat a half of it, it's only 5. You got to use your head, cocksuckers. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck you think you're dealing with, Joey Bananas? I'm having a hard time sleeping like 3 nights in a row. I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, oh, instead I smoked that pipe. I got to bang it out with the fucking joint. Last night, I went back with the joint. I got some of that fucking laughing gas. I put some keef in that motherfucker. I rolled that motherfucker up and I went in the front and smoked it. Holy shit. I came downstairs. I don't even know who I talked to on the phone last night. I fucking blacked out again. I'm starting to feel like that chick that died. What's her name? The singer? I got to go to rehab. I'm telling you, dog. I'm like Amy Winehouse Jr. I'm blacking out at night off a reefer. No, nothing else. I do some edibles. You know, I do the tea, which is 2 milligrams. I do 3 ABX capsules, which is 300. Sometimes I put an extra one in there for good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to slip on the way to bed. You want to put a little extra 400 for good luck. I'm out of the tincture, the farm's tincture, but I got the syringes. So before I was using a syringe, the whole fucking syringe in the tea. That's a waste. That's overkill. All I got to do is I could split the syringe now into 4 nights. If you're looking to make that Michael Jackson tea, you could split. You get a syringe from fucking whatever farms, and I just put like maybe 2/10 in there. That's it. And guys, it's over. I put the tea. I make a regular cup of tea. I put an ice cube in there for it to cool off so I don't have to sit there like grandma for 2 hours drinking tea, sipping it. I don't need that in my life. Burning my tongue and shit, burning the roof of my mouth. One day because then I take the tea bags out and I suck on them for a while. Like I just suck on them like they're nuts. I put one on this side and one on this side and I just sit there watching TV, just a little bit under my gum. I suck everything out of those fucking tea bags because the tincture and shit goes into the tea bag. So I drink everything out of the tea bag. And then I stir it up good, the tea, and I down that motherfucker. The joint is rolled before I even go upstairs to prepare the tea. You know me, dog. The joint is rolled at like 9:30. I don't want no misunderstandings. I go from the tea to the porch, and I smoke my fucking bone. Oh, my God. I'm loving it, guys. I don't need to smoke in the daytime no more. A lot of you guys threw me out of the church. If you're not high by 2 o'clock, go fuck yourself. I get it. Hey, I'm against the rules, but I'm doing my own motherfucking rules. I'm down to 1 fucking number a day at night. That's tremendous, guys. Especially coming where I was coming from. I was smoking 82 fucking thousand bongs a day, and that was just the bongs. Never mind the fucking hits. I hit that freeze pipe again the other night. That's not a bad. Oh, that's not a bad. When Lee told me he wasn't coughing anymore, I knew there was something in it because I remember when I lived in Colorado, I never fucking coughed. And I was in that high altitude. I got to tell you something. That fucking pipe, they're great little fucking pipes. I'll give you the bong because I'm not going to use the big bong. I used the little one, the one I showed them. I used the little one. That thing hits like a fucking mule. That'll kick you right the fuck up. I've never been a big bong guy. The big bongs are nice, but A, they break. They're big. And B, I've always felt that the little mules do the best job. If you get yourself an 18-incher and smaller, that little midget one, I don't like the midget bong. That's a blow job. That's a diehard. But the fucking the bubbler, yeah, I like the big, the medium fucking whatever. I don't like the little. I don't mind having a bubbler, but it's got to be a little fucking bigger. You know what I'm saying? Today's guest is Jon Bernthal. I've been friends with him since Grudge Match. He was on the church. I've never been friends with a leading man before. We speak all the time. You know, we got tight after Grudge Match, and we got tighter on the Bond during The Sopranos. It was great to have him. You know, he's just a great guy to have around. He's knowledgeable as fuck. He knows everything about acting, and he's just a great fucking actor. As you guys know, I'm not a good actor. I'm a mediocre actor. But I work hard, so I make it seem like I'm doing something. But this guy's just great. He's been a great friend to me. Great, like I said, it's great having a fucking leading man as a dear friend. You could ask him questions. I'll never be a leading man. So it doesn't fucking matter. I love this guy with all my heart. He's got a new movie out that he sent me the other night. And he knows my taste. I mean, we've talked about all the movies I like. He hit it right on the fucking head with this movie. I've watched this movie twice. And I was about to watch it again last night, but it was just getting too late. I was watching the Dodger San Francisco game, so I didn't really want to fuck that up. I enjoyed it, man. This is one of those I like small-time movies. I mean, I like big movies too, but the best way I've learned about acting is by doing small production movies. You know, when you do a big movie like Spider-Man 2, people opening up the doors for you, you have 8 people gushing around you, tucking your shirt in, making sure, oh, you have a little hair over here, shave that. You do a $100 a day movie or a low-budget movie or a movie that the budget's not that high, a lot of those people aren't on the set. You gotta fucking do it all yourself. So it's a big education. I had a podcast, I was on some girl's podcast yesterday, sweet girl, Jessica, and I was explaining to her that, you know, years ago, like I had been in 20 fucking things. I got 75 acting credits, guys. You know, I should know a thing or fucking two. I didn't even know. I didn't count them. The guy Chuck counted them when he brought me up at the Q&A in Eatontown and whatever. I have 75 credits. You learn shit after a fucking while. But I told Jessica yesterday on the podcast when I was on there that I did General Hospital fucking years ago. If I would have got that call for General Hospital when I moved to LA, I would have been fired. They don't talk to you on that set. They don't say nothing. You check in, they tell you what room you're in, and that's it. There's a monitor on the wall that tells you when to go out, when to rehearse, when to come back, then they'll bring you back out again. You don't even you go out there, you say the lines to a soap opera. Like, let's say I'm doing a scene with Mike, and I fuck up a line, we start the scene from the top. On a soap opera, they don't even give you that. They started from that line, pick it up from where you felt, oh, okay, Charlie, let's go. You know, that type of shit. And they rush you out of there. You're like, you're gone. Okay, that's it. There was days I was getting there at 8 and I was in my car at 9:15. Like, they don't fuck around. They wrap at 5. So if you're thinking about getting into acting, me and Mike were talking about this earlier, how, yeah, when you're a musician, we're told that you have to be a musician in a band and tour. Not really. There's other type of musicians. There's people that make millions of dollars that you don't even see. You've never even heard that makes jingles. You know how much money there is in fucking jingles? What's that one, the Jeopardy jingle? Mm-hmm. That guy gets like $64,000 a week. I think it's one of the guys that created all those shows. Oh, really? He also created the jingles to those shows. This company, Merv or something like that, his company is fucking huge. So just because you're not touring doesn't mean, it's like right now I'm looking for a content writer job. That's the same thing as doing comedy. You're writing. Wow, who's better than fucking you for a content job? That's me. That's what I'm looking for, a little content writer job to describe. I have a friend that was a big time director, and one day he just quit. You know what he does? He directs the videos to how to build shit for Costco. No, for IKEA. He's been there for 15 fucking years. Happy as a pig and shit, and he's home by 5 o'clock. So always, you know, don't give up. If you're a musician and your band's fucking up, who cares? Just create jingles and make millions of dollars, and you don't get VD. Who's better than you? Enjoy Jon Bernthal, cocksuckers.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's up, beautiful?
What's up, my man?
Brother? Here you go.
What's up, my man?
How are you, Joey? It's good to see you, man.
Great to see you. I saw you on the red carpet, and then they made me fucking go in, and I didn't see anybody.
You know, I gotta tell you, man. You know, I saw you there. I'm on, and you know, our eyes connected. Joey, man, I love you so much. Man.
I love you too.
You've always been so good to me. You know, it's crazy because then I spent the rest of the night there at that fucking party looking around for you, trying to find you. And I was so bummed that we didn't get to see each other. You were the guy I was looking for. But we did. It's like it was like an old school romance movie. You and me. We locked eyes, and it's sometimes, man, everything that needs to be expressed can be expressed in a look, man. I felt you and I saw you. I just wish, and even today, I just wish that I got to be with you. You know what I mean?
It was great, though. It was great seeing you. It was great seeing you on the big screen. It's fucking great, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You're so good in that movie, man.
So are you. You were great. And, I love that boo-hoo. I still say them. I'm saying boo-hoo to everybody now. When you boo-hoo Junior, I fucking loved it. Boo-hoo! Look at Dickie Maltasanti. His dad died and he stepped up. Cocksucker. You drove that fucking guy to kill Dickie and shit. With the boo-hoo.
Yeah, man.
How's this new movie you're shooting? You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's good, man. Here in Baltimore, man, it's a really I'm really honored to be a part of it, man. David Simon, George Pelicanos, those guys are heroes to me. I'm making it with this guy named Ray Green, who directed this movie King Richard I got coming out about Serena and Venus and their dad Richard Williams. I love this guy I'm making it with. I love this town. It's a beautiful city. It's a brutal city. It's got so much heart. I'm so grateful to the people here for embracing me. And it's a sensitive story about sensitive stuff. But, the people in the police department here and the people in the community here, they've really welcomed me in. And that's a real honor for me, Joey.
I know. You love all that shit. You love it. You're the real deal, man. Listen, since I became friends with you, I started watching your work. And I'm watching it to learn, with a fucking eyeball to learn. I can't tell you how much I love that Punisher. I cannot fucking tell you. I cannot tell you. I look at it, I want to ask you some questions about how intense was the training before? What disciplines did you train in? You were fucking motherfuckers up in that show.
I mean, look, Joe, the training part, the weapons, the stuff I do with Terran out of Terran Tactical, those guys are the greatest. The weapons training, then obviously I've done the fight training, most of my life, and with Kerrigan, who you know and love, and then look, man, the folks from the military, Kevin Vance from the Navy SEALs, Tyler Gray, the guys that I've gotten to meet along the way and been part of my training and everything, I'm so grateful to them, and the training. Look, that's. I mean, I don't mean to be. I don't know what the word is. I don't mean to be cute about it. That's the fun part. That's the easy part. I think the training. I think, the tough thing there is it's really at its core. It's about a man who's lost his wife and kids. They were taken from him, and like you, man, my family's everything. I until you know what it's like to have this profound love, this love where you'd absolutely in a second give your life for them, for your kids, for your wife. Until you understand what that's like, you can't even begin to start to imagine what it would be like to lose that. And if you really want to approach that realistically, that's a dark road to go down. It's a dark road to go down. And I think the hard part of that is that you gotta play that. You gotta respect that. You gotta do that honestly. You gotta go to those places. And also, man, look, this character means so much to the comic book audience, to law enforcement, to military. And that's enormously important to me. It was enormously important to me to look, if you say you want to do it right, I don't know how to do it right. I just know how to kind of give it my all. And that's what I wanted to make sure that I did the entire time. And that's the only part that's the only part in this business and in this job that we can kind of control, is giving it our all, is effort and dedication.
It's really crazy when it comes to acting. I came from the stand-up school, but I grew up loving movies. I love film. I love sitting in a movie theater. I have a process. I have to eat Chinese food. I have to smoke a joint. I like going to the movies by myself.
Yeah, me too.
Because people are a pain in the ass. So I like going. Movies I've always held sacred. I've been to acting class and I've, done little things, but your level of commitment to acting, I could definitely see it on the big screen. I don't know if you could understand that, but your commitment, and I really saw it in the Many Saints. I saw a little bit of it in The Punisher. I saw a lot of it in Small Engine Repair. You're a powerful fucking actor. You know.
Look, Joey, I appreciate I appreciate you saying it, and I say it right back to you. But don't you think the whole thing? I mean, look, when you really think about stand-up and what you guys do, you know, I have so much admiration and respect for it because you guys are flirting with disaster every time. Like the courage that it would take to go up there and not only risk bombing, but embrace it. Embrace that risk. Live on that line. What do you got for me? What do you guys? There danger here? All right, I'm going to run towards it. I think this thing that we do, we've got to find that. We always got to find the danger. We always got to embrace the real palpable risk of failure and of falling flat on our face, taking that big risk. I think we got to do it. And I think that comes really, for me, it's training, it's dedication, but it's also just living life, man. It's living life. It's been gone through shit, growing, changing, seeking adventure in the way that you've lived your life, understanding that you're going to fail, admitting your failures, going down some pretty dark roads and then trying to come out the other end of them. And when I look at you and I look at your life and I look at the kind of artist you are, you embody that. You embody that. Absolute honesty at all times. Absolute honesty at all times. It's the way you live your life. It's the way you do your art. I'll tell you, man, a guy just sent me this morning, coincidentally, I knew I was going to do your show. And some guy just sent me this YouTube video of the last time I was on. I guess this actor who was in episode 1 of The Walking Dead posted this clip from our from our interview when I was on your show, and I talked about an experience that I'd gone through when I kind of had hit a rock bottom and I had made a big mistake, and we talked about sort of changing your life and turning a negative into a positive. And man, I love your audience. You don't know how many people saw that episode and have come to me and said, I made a big mistake and I went through a dark time and I turned it into a positive. And I think only folks that have been through that can really talk about that and can articulate that and can then provide hope to folks who are actually going through that. And you're that guy, Joey. And I'm just really grateful for that conversation. I'm grateful that folks have come up to me and said that actually had an impact. We're not here just, look, man, we want to make people laugh. We want to have a good conversation. But if through this you actually get to reach somebody and give them a little bit of a hope if they're in a tough time, it's beautiful, man. And I think your story and the way you conduct yourself, for me, it's inspiring. And people have no idea what it's like to be on set with you. What a gift that is. You get a front row ticket to Joey Diaz. You understand, we're shooting the show, then you get to sit in the back room among the chairs. Normally I just stay in character, I stay with it. But I was like a magnet to those chairs because I get to hear Joey just cracking everybody. I mean, the crowd, people don't understand how big of a gift it is to be on set with you, man.
It was fun.
Those
were long fucking nights, and we got into some great conversations with the guy from The Brother. He was great late night. He was talking some fun. He was dropping some truths too. The guy that, Harold? Yeah, Harold.
Oh, Leslie?
Leslie is fucking, we had some great talks at night. He's a deep fucking dude. I didn't know he could sing, but the thing that that guy is really talented. The thing that you, me, and him have in common, we love what we do, and we opened up our world to take advice. You appreciate your audience. Nobody appreciates their audience more than me. They made me become a better comic and a better person because I knew they were there.
That's right.
I knew they were there. They're there. They're there watching you. They're there watching your every move to make sure you're not a flash in the pan or you're bullshitting them or you're a hypocrite. I've been with them, and I love them.
Giving you love. If somebody gives you love, how you receive, you've got to give that love right back.
You got to give it back.
And it's valuable, and they're coming to see Joey Diaz. That means something. It means something to them, so it means something to you, of course.
When you walk on that set, I'm thinking about my performance, but I'm also thinking about my behavior, and I'm thinking about the people that are coming to see that movie. They're going to have to get a babysitter. They're going to have to drive. They're going to have to do so much to go see that fucking movie.
That's right.
I get all that. I got that from comedy. They're going to get a baby. On top of the fucking shit you're hitting them with, the popcorn and the fucking Raisinets for $22.50 and the whole fucking thing, they got to go through a babysitter. They're going to go out to dinner, right? You're going to take your wife out to dinner before you go to a movie. There's all these things you got to do, so I appreciate them doing that. I know how hard it is to say goodbye to your daughter and your son. I'm going to see some fucking stupid movie or whatever. I consider all that shit. So I want to be the best. When I used to do comedy, I would do the spots at the store.
Yeah.
And people are not going to believe this story, but I'll tell you how fucking shitty I am as a fucking comic. I would do spots because I never wanted to bomb on the weekend. So what I did was I did more sets so the percentages would be in my favor. So a lot of comics just go out on the weekends and then they'll bomb on the road one show. They'll go 1 out of 5 shows. They'll bomb. I didn't want to do that to my audience. So I'd rather take a bomb on a Tuesday or a Thursday because I know it's coming. You got to know it's coming. Once you put your hands up, I don't care how good a defense.
What's that ratio? How many shows you expect a bomb out of? Like if you do 10 shows, are you definitely going to have a bomb?
2 out of 10.
No, really?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you are. It's the odds.
A bomb for you or with the audience? No, I've never seen you bomb your life. I can't
you
imagine.
bomb. Well, we're overcritical. You're overcritical. You look at it. You watch a movie and you do something wrong with your hand, you beat yourself up.
Of course.
You do a bad choice, you beat yourself up. Well,
I just more than me.
And that's what you need to do. You need to beat yourself up.
That's right.
When you're driving home, when I had to drive up Laurel Canyon, that's a beating. That's a fucking beating. That's a beating that your father would give you. You got to get your life together. You got to step up. They're giving you this opportunity. You're going to be a pussy the rest of your life. You're going to be a pussy the rest of your life. You just ate a bag of dicks. Don't let it happen again. That's the talk. Okay. But when you're a performer, when you're a baseball player, you bat 364. There's a percentage. So I'd rather go out during the week and take a brick to the fucking head on a Tuesday than take a brick to the head when those people have a babysitter. And when they really care. And sometimes I didn't bomb on a Tuesday. And sometimes I didn't bomb on a Thursday. So I knew I had to work extra hard. I had to go with my set list before I got on stage, backwards and frontwards, even though I make it look organic. That's the whole thing, is making it look organic. I want them to think that I said it for the first time. I've said it 3,000 times.
Of course.
That's where we're at, brother.
That's it. I'm with you.
And that's your love, and I could see it in your work. And that's the most important thing that people have to see. If you call it in, people will see that too. I remember one night I opened up for Rogan. Wasn't prepared, and somebody came up to me after the show, and they said, "Dog, you called it in." It destroyed me. Your original feeling is to punch him in the mouth, but then you're like, that's the punk in me. That punk doesn't exist anymore.
That's right.
He came to me to tell me a real thought. He knows that he expected more from me, and I called it in.
Sure.
So he came up to me and told me the truth.
It's actually a good friend. A good friend tells you the truth no matter what. That's the only kind of friend you want.
And this guy wasn't a friend. He was a guy in the audience that paid $25 or $40 or whatever he paid to see Rogan. And he got a piece of shit from me. And I agree with him. That night I went up to the room and I was furious. That's, if you don't get furious, there's a problem. It's like people who say, well, how do you still get butterflies? If you don't get butterflies, you shouldn't be in there.
That's right.
If you put me in the ring with a 4-year-old, I'm going to get butterflies. Because I know I'm going to get hit, or I'm going to get kicked, I'm going to kick him. I might beat him his ass. He's 4. I might pull his fucking hair. The Small Engine Repair, tremendous movie. Saw it twice, started watching it again last night. I'm trying to figure out with the wife how to connect it to the TV so he could see it, because I'm a fucking idiot. I had to sit there. Great story, great acting.
Thank you, man.
When is this coming out?
So it was in theaters and now it's just coming out. It's going to be on demand. It's going to be on video on demand now for a few weeks, and then it'll come out in Hulu, I think, next month. So you can see it on demand now. Look, it's a movie. It's a real passion project. We did that as a play 10 years ago in LA at a 40-seat theater in a late night piece. Me and John The guy who stars in the movie, he wrote it and directed it too. He's a guy from New Hampshire. It's about the kind of guys they don't really make movies about anymore. Just blue collar, real guys. And it's really explores a father's love for his kid. I know you understand that and what you do. Nobody's perfect in that movie. It's very much about the gray area, and it's about, sometimes the way we talk. You get joking around with guys, you say things, but then sometimes it goes a little bit too far and it sort of explores that. And then sometimes it gets dangerous. And nowadays, with all the pressure on these young kids with social media, I don't want to give away nothing in the story, but it shows how one thing can kind of lead to another, and the difference between just talking a little shit and when it actually gets toxic and when it gets actually very dangerous. And what that does to these guys, and the way that they handle it is imperfect. That's the kind of stories I love. It's not about good guys and bad guys. It's all very gray, but very honest. And I think, this writer, John Polano, when I was in trouble, the thing that I talked about the last time, I came on, I was in depositions. I'd done right after season 1 of The Walking Dead 10 years ago. A buddy of mine called me up and he said, "Hey, listen, you want to come do this play reading tonight?" I'm like, "Listen, buddy, I'm in depositions all day. That's the last thing in the world I want to do." He said, come on, you got to come do it. So I agreed to do it. I show up. It's the last thing I want to do. You got all these theater folks around. I see John Polano there. He's sitting there. I go, what have I got myself into? We read this thing out loud. And I had never heard writing like this. I mean, I think he's the best American playwright since David Mamet. I said to him after, I said, let's do this. He said, we could do it at a teeny theater here in LA. It's just 40 seats. I said, I'm in. Let's go. I'm in right now. We did it. The play exploded. It won all the awards in LA. Then we moved it to New York off Broadway, blew up. And it was always this passion project for John and I that we would make it into a movie. And, 10 years later, we finally did. Everybody who had ever done the play has roles in the movies. My dog who was backstage at the original play, he came and was in the movie. This dog played him in flashbacks. It was a real labor of love. And I think you said it when we talked about it the first time. They just don't it's an old school movie. It's funny. It's a thriller. It changes on a dime. And I really think it's we're proud of it, man. We're proud of it. I'm really glad that you watch. I knew you'd like it.
It's about everything I love, friends and my daughter and kid, a kid, I really love friendship. I'm a fucking student of friendship. I love, I was telling the podcast people, I went to the carnival in my hometown Saturday night, and people were asking me, like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? Do you have a limo driver? Where's your security? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I came up here, again, as a labor of love. My buddy runs the carnival. He runs that park. I wanted to see him. But when I got there, they didn't want anything from me. They didn't want to hear nothing. All they wanted was to take a picture and love. And they were giving me love.
And what a beautiful opportunity.
My God.
What's better than that? I was just home a couple weeks ago, and I got to go to the Nordhoff high school football game in my hometown. I live in a small town up in Ojai, California. There's no place I'd rather be, take my kids to the game and to see the community be out there. We spend so much time on the road, so much time where, we're just, we got to be somewhere every second. We got to be on. It's just great to, just to be around folks and to get to connect with people. It's such a gift, and I know that's who you are, man. It's what you do in everything, and we're really lucky, man. We're really lucky that we get to just the fact that you go and take a picture with somebody means something to them. I still to this day I can't believe it.
I couldn't believe it myself. I couldn't believe it myself. They didn't want anything. They didn't want to talk about nothing. They just wanted love. They were happy to see me after 40 years. Tons of people I hadn't seen since high school. My friend's band, who the first time I saw, my buddy I went to dinner with before the carnival, looked at me and he goes, it's like being in the shed. When we were in high school, he had a shed, and we would go there and all of us would play the drums and shit. And I turned around and go, no, this goes back to the rec center in the 7th grade.
Wow.
When he was playing the guitar and his fucking guitar string broke. And I died of laughing. I'm like, why am I laughing? That dude's up there doing something. I'm over here a spectator with these jerk-offs drinking beers and smoking pot. And I became friends with him, and now we're dear friends. And his mom was there. You know what it's like to see his mom after 30 years, and I went up to her and thanked her for all the meals, all the shit she put up with, and her shed. They had a shed. We painted the walls, Pink Floyd the wall.
Yeah.
They had no heat. There was no fucking heat back there, and we would go back there when it was 20 below.
No place to grab it.
Yeah, with our drinking gloves, with the fingertips out, with the fucking drinking gloves, and that was it. Those are what kids do in Jersey. You know, that's why I moved back here. I wanted my daughter to have this life. Friends. That's people who live and die for you. People who come over and talk to your kid. At 3 o'clock, this fucking basement is packed. That's right. Once they get off the bus, they all walk down here.
Yeah, I love it.
And they fucking play and they talk. I got to come down with apple juices and tell them to knock it off. Don't touch the guitar, you fucks, because the kid up the corner. My uncle was a guitar player. I don't give a fuck. Don't touch the guitar, cocksucker. He's a great kid. They're great kids. But this is my life. I love this shit.
I love it. And you're right. You know, I think this thing about, you know, when I look at the guys I grew up with, they're still my best friends in the world. And even being here in Baltimore, I'm closer to D.C., so every chance I get, you know, I'm back there with Dougie, all the guys that I grew up with, and you know, it's I think as you get older, especially when you start to have kids of your own, you recognize you're nothing. Your friends, you know, it's funny. I'm doing this show right here now that I told you about in Baltimore, and the other day I was working nights, and during the day I shot down in Baltimore, and I needed to go see my friend Dougie Thornell. I went to his house. I get outside his house. I just lean on the horn, right? I just lean on the horn outside his house. I see him look out the window like, who's this? And then he sees me. He goes, what are you doing? I didn't even tell him I was coming. I say, hey, Dougie, I'm not going to tell you the scene, but I was doing this crazy scene. I mean, my character, the thing that he was doing that day was nuts. I said, hey, Dougie, this is a kid who was raised on television. He had a milk crate that he used to sit on. He'd sit like this far away from the television, knows every line from every movie. And I go, Dougie, this is what I'm doing in the scene today. Give me, what would I say? What should I say here today? He gave me this line. I'm telling you, Joey, it was fire. I mean, it was just fire. I gave him a hug. You know, it's like we're nothing without them. Like I would rather talk to him than any writer, any director in Hollywood. You know, he gets it. He gets it and he gets me. You know what I mean?
It's a great feeling, man, when you could. And when I got back here, I had some friends that were fucking jackals. Yeah. You know, there's some friends that haven't stopped the fucking grind.
They're still doing it.
And I had to tell them, like, listen, guy, it ain't that type of party no more. You know, call me when it changes, you know. But there's a handful of guys that have accepted me. We talk constantly. Tonight I'm going to a friend's house to watch the Dodger fucking San Francisco game. You know, people are like, why aren't you doing comedy? Because I'm filling the void with other things right now. I'll get back to comedy eventually. Yeah. But right now, I'm in a thing that nobody knows I haven't seen in years. It's called a community.
That's beautiful, Joe.
I'm part of a community. I was at a softball game, my daughter's softball game last night, sitting on the side. 15 parents that passing Entenmann's donuts around. Yeah. You know, it's a different fucking world I'm living.
Do it for your daughter, man. I mean, there's nothing. That's the thing. There's no job more important than that. It's the most important job you're ever going to have, raising these kids. It's the biggest gift. It's the only chance you're really going to understand beauty. You're going to understand failure. You're going to understand hope. You're going to the love is so big and so beyond anything. And I imagine that's why you're doing it. It's the only reason. And you know, I'll tell you with the whole friendship thing and just in terms of that movie, you know, I just want to say I'm glad that that's the term that you use, because it's a really hard thing, I think, to get on screen for real. When you see real friends, the way you joke with each other, the way you know each other's secrets, the way you can attack each other because you know each other so well. And, you know, Shay and I have known each other a really long time. It's his daughter, George, a brilliant actress who's in The Punisher. Shay and I worked together a long time ago, but we've been long-term friends. John and I have been friends for 10 years. And the three of us, the bond was so tight. Everybody's kids were on the movie. Everybody who had ever played the role, all our circle of friends came in and did little bit parts. You know, Kerrigan was there.
I saw Kerrigan. It was great. You
know, they were all there. They were all part of it. You know, it was such a labor of love. And I think when the set, you know, when you approach something with that in your heart, that this should be a place where about love and friendship and family. You know, that was how the entire thing was run, and I really do think it comes out on the screen.
It does. It really does. Now, which one was Shay? The guy that was in Narcos?
Yeah, the guy who plays Packy.
Okay.
The third of Shay, yeah. And he was, he's a brilliant actor. Boardwalk Empire and Wolf of Wall Street. He's like one. I mean, he's a genius. That guy.
He is a fucking genius. He really is. He's in a lot of shit. Yeah. He's worked a lot over the years. Yeah. What did you think of The Many Saints? First of all, what happened when you saw De Niro? Anything?
Man, well, I gave him a hug. I haven't really seen him since we worked with him down in New Orleans. You know what I mean? And it was so great to see him. And that night was just so magical. Him introducing it and just being in the King's presence like that. But look, that was my first time seeing the movie. I was really. It was such a perfect night and such a perfect audience for it. I was blown away by the work. I was blown away. I thought the movie was beautiful. I thought it was shot beautifully. I thought the story was great. I thought the performances were just incredible. When you look at Vera and you look at Leslie and you look at Corey and Alessandro, just such brilliant performances. But I think, my big takeaway, honestly, was Mikey. It was just Mikey. This whole thing for me, I've been blown away with Michael Gandolfini since I met him. He came to me before this thing started up in Ojai, and he came to me, he approached this thing with so much humility and respect and reverence. And he was in this process, he told me, of trying to get to know his father better. And he was sort of traveling the country, getting to talk to all these people that had worked with him and been with him and been real friends of his. And then, he takes on this role. And what when you just to try to put your heart around the magnitude of what that must felt like for him. I was just staggered by the way he approached it the whole way and how hard he worked and how kind he was. He never let the pressure get to him. And then to go through this entire press process of everybody asking him these questions that it's not like you and me. Oh, so what was it like to work with Joe? It's not like this bullshit. They're talking to him about, real shit and about his life and about loss and the courage and dignity that he approached that all with. And then you see the performance, man. And you don't see actors he came in with the dialect down, with the mannerisms down, with the physicality down. He took a big swing. He didn't approach this like some coward. There was nothing safe about that performance, and he did it. And I was so happy for him. I love this kid so much. When you think about, you know him like I know him. When you think that how old that kid is, I go to him for advice. He's such a wise young man, such a lived young man. And I really, that was my favorite part. It was just seeing Michael and seeing that worked and that Tony Soprano will forever live in the Gandolfini family. That is beautiful for me, man. Beautiful.
I'll tell you, there's a scene in the movie that killed me. And that's when you get out of jail and he comes up to you and says, "I miss you, Dad." It fucking punched me in the stomach the first, second, and third time. I saw the movie 4 times. I saw the premiere, the screening, and then 2 Q&As in Jersey. And the first 2 times was to watch the movie. The second time was to focus on, you just focus on the acting. I want to learn. I'm a student too,
Me too.
And it was fucking brilliant. I loved everybody's performance. I thought everybody did a great job, and I got to be honest with you, John, I would never say that. I thought I did a good job. And I never think I did a good job. And when I was sitting there, it also dawned on me how I felt like a band. I felt like a band because when you do your first album as a band, that's your whole life. That's why people have so much hard times with the second album.
That's right.
Because they just got a year to do it. The first album, you've had 30 fucking years, cocksucker. It better be fucking good. You've had all your life to prepare this first album. You've been preparing it for 5 fucking years in reality. That's why it's so good.
But Joe, you were flawless in that. You add. What you brought to it, just so much reality, and then the humor, and then this character that's so lived in. And look, man, I saw what you had. I remember, man. I remember in New Orleans, the state that you were in, making that move. And brother, I saw you go through this process, how committed you were, and how just present you were, and you were only about that film. When we were making that movie, you were just about it. I remember even that day, the reshoot, when we came back, I had to make that speech, And you could tell I was doing another movie at the time. I mean, the whole time I was making that movie, I was always running off to be doing something else. And I always felt like I was just coming in. And you came to me, and I don't know if you remember this, but you said you settled me, man. You came to me. You're like, you're doing great. Just stay in it. You came in, and you were there for me in a way that I felt that I got to be there for you in New Orleans. What was that? 10 years ago?
10 years ago, yeah.
Dude, you're that guy. Like you were an anchor. Like if you wanted to look at something that you absolutely believed in that movie, look at Joe. Just go talk to Joey. It'll get you. I mean, I even talked to you for 2 seconds. I start talking like you. You know what I mean? Like that's how your personality and how undeniable it is. And you should be so proud of yourself, man. It was really, your work in the movie is phenomenal.
I was like, it took me 20 fucking years to get ready for this movie.
That's right.
Like, I was legitimately honest with people. Like, I worked 30 years, I'd done comedy 30 years, 28 at the time. I worked 28 years to get ready for this movie. I took 28 years of comedy lessons, acting lessons, watching movies, watching performances. I was the biggest Gandolfini fan there is. I studied all his movements. When I got the audition, I remember that I go, I got this. Because I got this first piece from watching The Sopranos. It was David Chase type audition where he didn't give you the right lines. He only gave you one line that counted. So I knew I had to say that one line right. People had spoken to me about his audition like Sam was on a couple of weeks ago, Little Pussy, and he was saying that he sent them an audition for like Grungy. Grungy wasn't even in the fucking movie. There was no character named Grungy. He was fucking with you. But I knew that one line. He had used that before in the series. Not the line, but the way he had to deliver that line.
Right.
The music was on. Music was on. So there was an episode where they're in Adriana's office. And Springsteen is on. And they're about to do something, and Tony stops and he goes, Sylvia, listen. That was for them. That wasn't, you know what I'm saying? If you picked that up. So with me, the scene was Sinatra. My mother met his mother. I had to point up and go, psst, and that was it. That was it. And I got that from the series. I love James Gandolfini. And Michael, I think, hit it out of the park. And what we're trying to say is he hit it out of the park in more ways than one.
That's right.
This just wasn't an acting job. This was an acting job for us. For Michael, it was therapy. Yeah. It was a personal challenge. It was phenomenal.
On the mountain, I mean, it was, exactly. I think that's a really good way of putting it. I'm with you on that.
Talk to me about the Serena Williams movie, because that movie, I'm waiting for it. That's the movie of the year. I have a funny feeling that.
I'm telling you, man, it's so special, bro. This one's going to be so special. I mean, the story. Look, man, it's for guys like us. I remember when I first met Ray Green, the director of the movie. He's an ex-athlete like we are. He's a father. He's a family guy, and he's a really committed artist. He's a New York guy. This movie is like a meditation on fatherhood, and it celebrates family. But there's nothing corny about it. It's so real and so inspiring. And so it's beautifully and authentically made, man. I can't remember ever being this proud of a movie and a group of people. Will Smith is gonna blow your socks off. I mean, he's just what he does here is just crazy, man. And I really just everyone's work. These young women, all the people in the Williams family, in this movie, they establish. It's like what you're talking about, a band. They just established this family dynamic, and it's just real. It's just real, and it's a beautiful sports movie with so much heart. And I'm really proud of it. You're gonna love it.
I'm excited for it. It's just you know who told me a lot about it? Anthony Edwards. Anthony Anderson, is that his name? Anthony Anderson? The brother, the chunky brother from Hustle and Flow.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Well, he lived in L.A., and he said that he would walk to school and see them practicing.
Oh, yeah.
They lived in L.A. I didn't know all this shit.
Compton. They lived in Compton.
Yeah, they were from Compton.
And he would just tell these young girls, he was like, "You're gonna be the champion of the world." You know what I mean? You believe it, and it's this exercise. He had this unique and beautiful way of parenting that was wholly his own, and he stuck to it. And it's about this thing I think that all families and all parents eventually go through, that, you know, we give so much to our kids and we try to prepare our kids and give them so much love and so much preparation. But at some point, we got to say, go fly. Go fly. Now you got to make your steps. And that's a hard thing to do, especially for a parent that's been so committed to that child. And this just whittles that down and explores it in such a beautiful, honest way. And I'm telling you, man, the movie's thrilling. It's thrilling.
When does it come out? Christmas, right?
Yeah, November 19th is the
perfect.
Is the release.
It's a beautiful fucking Thanksgiving movie. What else is going on in your world I should know about, my brother?
Man, you know, I'm just doing my thing here in Baltimore. You know, I got a movie coming out on Netflix. This thing I did with Sandra Bullock. I think that's going to be really special. That'll come out, I think, in December. Then, you know, I did this other thing with Lena Dunham, a real different kind of film for me, but something I'm also really proud of. Something I produced and did with her. She's wonderful, man. And you know, then I got this new TV show for Showtime, American Gigolo, and then this thing I'm doing for HBO here, We Own This City, which is, you know, again, the same creators of The Wire, and it's a real it's a real special project, something I'm really honored to be a part of, man. And you know, I'm just doing my thing. I'm away from my kids right now, so my heart's a little bit broken. So I'm trying to make the most out of every second. You know, that's what we do, Joey. When we're away from these kids, you know, we have to know it's their names we're putting on the work. So I'm trying to put every ounce that I got into the work right now, and get home to them and get home to them in a way where I can hold my head high and hopefully I did them proud. But I miss him, man. I miss him real bad.
When do you go back?
I'll be done right before Thanksgiving. You know.
Perfect. Are you going back at all, like in between?
You
Halloween?
know. I don't think I'm going to get the break. I'm going to really try to get back for Halloween so I can take him trick-or-treating. I got to get there. It's just, you know, we're shooting on weekends, and this one's been pretty tough to get away, but I'm definitely going to try. I just don't, you know, I don't want to make him any promises, but I'm hoping with everything I got that I can get home for Halloween.
Listen, man, you're doing some great fucking work out there, and Charles Bronson still needs a motherfucking replacement, dog. I've been over here waiting since that motherfucker died. You know, they trying to sell you Jason Statham. Fuck him. He fucking did The Mechanic. You can't do that. You got to have some respect in your career. You can't do a Charles Bronson movie. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to act like Charles Bronson and Steve McQueen put together. You got it, dog. You're that motherfucker. I told you. When I watched The Punisher, I called you right up. There was no texting. There was no good morning. I was like, dog, you're the next Charles Bronson. It's over. You got to start shooting people at night and fucking like Death Wish. We got to remake. Well, fucking Bruce Willis when we made Death Wish. I want to shoot him now, that motherfucker. I don't want you doing a Charles Bronson movie. If you're going to be a Charles Bronson movie, you got to kill double the amount of people. And you got to kill them smart. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see the Sandra Bullock movie. I love Sandra Bullock.
Great person, great human being. She's great in this film. I think this movie's going to be really good. I haven't seen that one, but I'm hearing really good things about it.
It's time. She's got to show her monkey, though.
You know,
she's at that age. She's got, you know, she's done everything. She's coached a football team. She fucking married Ben Affleck in the one movie early on. It's time for her to show her monkey.
This one's different. I bet you. I'm gonna come back and ask you. This one, I guarantee, is a side of her you haven't seen.
I love her. Don't get me wrong, but it's everybody has to show their monkey. Even the chick from Titanic had to show it. You got to show that monkey, Sandra Bullock. I want to see it. I've been a fan for 20 years. I deserve it, you dirty bitch. Show me that monkey. You got that Austin shave to it and shit. I love you, Jon Bernthal.
I love you, Joe.
Stay in touch.
I love the family, brother.
I love you, and let's connect. I might drive to Baltimore if you're there till November.
Come see me,
because I got John Rollo down there with the gym. We'll go down there. I need to see John.
I'll take you to dinner. I would love that.
Okay, now let's go get a gyro. I know you love those fucking gyros. I was going to take you for one up here. You got some great fucking gyros when we were shooting The Many Saints.
Yeah, you took care of it, Joey.
Oh, fuck. And how's Lauren doing?
Lauren's good. Head of security, man. She's good. She's not with me on this one. I just got Bam Bam. Lauren's getting married. She met a wonderful guy. He's got like they're surfing, they're out in his van, they're doing their thing, and but I'm sure she sends love, man. She loves you. Everybody loves you, Joey.
I love her to death. So
Special.
take good care of yourself. Keep putting out great fucking films. You're one of the best actors out there, and you're my brother. I love you with all my heart.
Always right back at you, Joey. I love
Stay
you.
black. I'll see you in the next couple of weeks.
All right, I appreciate you, brother.
Love you, brother. Thank
I
you.
love you too. Thank you, Joey.
Thank you. I'm happy you guys like John. John's a great guy. If you're an actor, look up John, study John, copy John. John learned how to fucking act in Russia. He dedicated himself. He went to Russia. He got mugged the first day. To hear more about John's journey, go to the original Church of What's Happening Now when John was on. I'm happy you guys love John today. Thank you for watching the show. Do not forget to download. It's on, he told you during the interview that Small Engine Repair is on, on demand. So if I was you guys, I'd get it. It's a great movie. You don't have to go to the fucking movies. You can watch it on your living room, and it's great. I watched the movie twice. I'm going to watch it again tonight. So enjoy it. Enjoy the weekend. I'm happy you motherfuckers are here. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your support. Thank you for always having my back. I love you guys with all my heart. That's it. Have a great weekend. Laughing Gas is back in stock, and I'll see you motherfuckers Monday, the 18th of October. Tip-top motherfucking Magoo, ready to stab somebody. Stay black. Have a great weekend. All right, you bad motherfuckers. I'm happy you enjoyed the podcast today. I want to thank Jon Bernthal for coming on. He's fucking great, guys. I'm happy. I hope you guys enjoyed him. The Joint is brought to you by my favorite sweatpants of all time, Public Rec. Only fucking gym teachers and unemployed fucking mooks wore sweatpants back in the day. But Public Rec is bringing sweatpants into the 21st century. They're comfortable. They're fucking great. They look great. They feel great. They fit great. When you want to be comfortable and stylish, you got to go with Public Rec. This is where athletic wear meets leisure. It's a sweatpants that's tailored to fit like a nice pair of trousers. Your ass sticks out. It's tremendous. You can wear them anywhere. Work, happy hour, the gym, a barbecue, and it's made in all sizes. Get the best-selling all-day, everyday pant. Available in 40 different sizes, so it will fit all kinds of guys. If you're built all awkward and shit like a cheeseburger, you're gonna be fine. Listen, I love them. They're comfortable. My wife washes them. They have a little string. They got zippers. That's my favorite part. Nothing is falling out of your pants. Plus, they make short t-shirts, jackets, and even golf wear. Look sharp while being comfortable. Who's better than you? Nobody! That's why you got to get these Public sweatpants, these Public Rec sweatpants. They're tremendous. Try a t-shirt, try a matching jacket. But what you need to do is go to publicrec.com, press in Joey to get 10% off. That's Public Rec, P-U-B-L-I-C, Rec, R-E-C, rec.com, and use promo code Joey for 10% off. Sling dick in style and comfort with Public Rec. The Joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. When you're looking for CBD, the Lion is as good as it motherfucking gets. You understand me? From the bath balls, to the tablets, to the tincture, to the kinesiology tape, to the cream, CBD Lion's got you covered. CBN, CBY, CBD, and more. Go to CBD Lion, read the third-party lab results, and get back to me, cocksuckers. This is the best CBD on the market. Use code Joey or Church and get 20% off CBD delivered right to your motherfucking house. Who's better than you? Nobody. CBD Lion, the best. The Joint is also brought to you by, come on, the official sports betting partner of the motherfucking NFL. You want to win big this weekend? We got you at DraftKings. Just bet $1 on any NFL game, and if it wins, you get $100 in free bets if either team scores a point. Let's correct that. You don't even need to win. Just fucking score a safety, and I'll get you 100 in free bets if either team scores. And what you do is you bet a little college football. You start off Thursday night with Tampa Bay, Philadelphia, and then you got the weekend to bet. Look at these games. You got Denver against the Raiders. You got Buffalo against Tennessee on Monday night. Nobody's better than you. If the sportsbook isn't available in your state yet, DraftKings won't leave you empty-handed. Everybody could play for huge cash prizes all season long with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports Contest. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars. Listen, they're safe, reliable, and they got the whole weekend made up for you. You got Thursday night pro football. Friday, you got some playoff baseball. Saturday, you got some college football. And then I'm back Monday and Sunday and Monday with pro football. We got you down, cocksuckers. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey. Throw $1 on any NFL game and win $100 in free bets if either team scores a point. Who else does that? Nobody. DraftKings is the best. Like I said, reliable, convenient, and you can trust them. That's promo code Joey this week at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. And here's the stuff the lawyer makes me say. You got to be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania. If they're allowed, if the state is legal, we're legal. New customers only for this deal. You got to have a $5 deposit and a $1 wager is required. One per customer. Don't be fucking greedy. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, obviously I don't want to feed it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, take some steps, and regroup. But if you don't have a problem, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app or the Fantasy app, and let's win some motherfucking geeters. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank DraftKings. I want to thank Public Rec. I want to thank Manscaped, BetterHelp, and Light IV this week. And I want to thank you guys for always supporting the joint and having our motherfucking back. I love you, cocksuckers. I hope you enjoy Jon Bernthal. I've given you the whole cast of the fucking Many Saints of Newark, cocksuckers. I love you. Have a great weekend. Kum si, kum sa. Stay black. I'll see you Monday morning, the 18th. Tip-top Magoo, ready to go.